time has come to let go of your humanity.
Let go of your past.
They burdened you with expectation.
They gave you a second chance.
They scarred you with rejection.
But fate has dealt you a new hand.
Okay, so here we are back in the loading bar. Kevin J. Baird.
Hello.
Jason Murphy.
Howdy.
Nick Hodges.
Right, don't sound so over enthusiastic, mate. You know, it's like, okay, we go again.
Nick Hodges.
There we go. There we
Was
go.
he Don Pardo? Like he's not calling you down to the Price is Right.
So what I, Professor Jeff, want to know from the three of you guys is what is up with this new X-Men movie that's coming out?
The new X-Men movie?
Yeah, X-Men Destiny. It's going to be in theaters soon, right?
God, I hope not.
Because I have not played a game this shitty that didn't have some kind of movie tie-in. Surely, for the love of God.
Such a shit pile.
I really
So angry.
I really didn't. I mean, it was one of these things where I was wondering why we were even tasked to play it because it was so bad. I was like, "Is Jeff just messing with us at this point?" Like,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you guys even found out that was coming out. I heard jack shit about this game. So I didn't even...
When there's an X-Men game, I know.
Is that your mutant power?
I keep applying to Xavier School for Gifted youngsters.
and keep
I
rejecting
got
you.
any response. Probably because my only superpower is my adamantium liver.
Well, you know what? I can see how you would think like X-Men Destiny is this stupid X-Men game coming out, but this game was developed by Silicon Knights.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the Too Human, Eternal Darkness. Like these guys have been Too Human, you know, whatever. But
Right.
but I mean, like there was a good chance that this could be a game worth playing. It looked like it had like a lot of X-Men, a lot of stuff going on, but. Whoo boy.
yeah, the X-Men game that you don't get to play an X-Men in it.
That's what I was about to say. It's like DC Online. It's like, yeah, well, you get to maybe be cool by proxy. You might get to run into Wolverine at some point. It's like, but instead I get to be some Japanese chick, some douchebag racist, or some jock. And then I get to pick my power set, and maybe if I'm lucky, I get to pick and I can hang out with. Oh, there's Iceman! Come, I want to hang out with you. Can I hang? Oh, there he goes. Okay, I guess I can hang out with Toad.
What does it take place at a convention center for the X-Men or something?
Right? It takes place at Comic-Con.
It's actually funny because it takes place in San Francisco, right? At like the Mutant Pride rally.
Yeah.
That's where it starts out.
Which
and then-
borrows a lot from the recent storyline where the X-Men have relocated to San Francisco. But this is its own universe. It doesn't really adhere terribly closely to the X-Men canon. I mean, it's enough for, I think, fans to like it, but it creates its own storyline. In this, Professor X is dead, the X-Men have disbanded, and your powers arise when this mutant peace rally in San Francisco is at its apex, and there's all sorts of attacks and everything to make the mutants look bad, and the Purifiers are there, these racists who want to exterminate the mutants, and you pick one of these three characters that I told you about, and then you customize your powers as you go along and get upgrades throughout the game, and you decide whether you're going to side with the mutants or the Brotherhood, Magneto's group with Mystique and Toad and Quicksilver and all of those baddies. So, yeah, and the X-Men find that they have to reform. So it's kind of an alternate universe that borrows from fans of what the films and the movies might be familiar with. But it does... Or, of the comic books, but it does adhere a little much more closely to the comics.
Crops dying, earthquakes, floods. The economy collapsed because of all those natural disasters. But a lot of the blame went to mutants, Homo superior. Some call them the next stage in human evolution. Others, a threat to our very existence.
So now we've got these purifier cults springing up everywhere. They say they're humanity saviors.
Well, someone's got to do it.
We X-Men will work with local and national authorities to keep the peace and to deliver help where it's needed.
And the Brotherhood of Mutants will protect its own.
So wait a minute. In the comic books, is Professor X dead?
No.
I haven't read X-Men comics in a long time.
No,
Like they've got this whole mechanical dude who kills him off, and this weird cutscene at the very beginning. That did not happen in the comics. They're just making shit up for this game.
No, they did fight. It's Bastion, who is like this. Stick with me here.
It's a game we played earlier this year.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this game would have been loads better if it had the narrator from Bastion. It was like,
he's the one that did it. He killed Professor X.
Hey, Professor,
come get some. But no, this guy Bastion, he was designed. He comes from the future, kind of like the Terminator, and I believe he was a Nimrod Sentinel, like a futuristic hunter sent back to the past, and he bonded with, I don't know, Master Mold, another Sentinel or something like that. Anyway, he's a racist Terminator. So, just wants
the
to hunt
worst
down
kind of Terminator.
Yeah, and he's teamed up with the Purifiers and the U-Men, and the U-Men are like harvesting mutant body parts.
This sounds way more. You're making it sound so much cooler than what it is. I mean, the game is like
right?
You can't figure any of that out like playing. It's just nonsense, and you have powers. Look, you watch the X-Men cartoons, or you read the comics. Everybody has cool powers. You don't get cool powers. You get the weak, lame powers that, like, you know, you're basically just fighting like a bunch of dudes in like sweaters and, you know, sweatpants running out with like electrical sticks and stuff. It's just bad. At no point did I sit there and think to myself, I'm having a great time. I totally felt like it was kind of torture. Luckily, though, very short game. So that was great because I took it back to the red box, and I think I was the only one who ever rented it. It's going to be a big disappointment for them.
I wondered,
one of the first powers you get is one of Toad's abilities.
Yeah.
And so you're running around giving off this cloud, and I'm like, that's the power I get? I'm stinky? Fuck you, X-Men Destiny. I couldn't get lasers from my eyes or claws from my hands or telepathy. No, I'm stinky. I'm like Big Ben.
Now, I will say that, I mean, I did kind of enjoy it was executed very poorly, but the mechanic of there were various points during the story where everything would grind to a halt, and then, like, the game would ask you to pick, like, a sub-variant of one of these, of your powers, so that as you go through the game, it's like you have, like, 4 or 5 different places where you get another little chunk of power that gives you the ability to kind of customize. Between that, like, you've got the suits and the X genes that you equip, which just, they didn't even bother trying to explain how that works. But and with all the upgrade paths, I mean, you can do a little bit of customization. It's just that you were never able to customize enough so that if you wanted to play the game and you're like, you know what, I want laser eye beams. That's what I want to play through the game as, laser eyes.
Yeah.
Never could do that. You were always stuck with these
kind of customization, but it's within their really lame parameters.
Yeah. It's like these guys got their Kmart X-Men powers. It's just like everybody else does something cool, and I've got rock hands.
Yeah, this is like, you would buy action figures, and it's like, well, like, when you were a kid, it's like, well, it kind of looks like Darth Vader, but he's all blue, and all of the writing on the card is in Spanish. So... And it says, like, Space Lords in the Star Wars font, you know? It's like, that's the X-Men you are. You were the Mexican action figure version.
Did you guys did you actually ever feel like all of these different powers were helping? Because, I mean, it just felt like I was able to, like, just waste most of the guys I was, like, running through, you know, and then, like, occasionally I would try to call up some of the stuff just to see what it did, but I didn't end up using most of the stuff that I was given.
I played through with the Shadow Blade guy, and some of his stuff got better down the line, but by and large, you just jam on the, you know, square, 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 triangle, square, 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 triangle, you know.
Yep. And then, there's too many guys. I'm going to zip over here. Okay, square, 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 triangle.
Yeah.
And it was, the controls are really clunky.
Oh, man.
They're so painful. And for some reason, you have this inexplicable Prince of Persia climbing ability.
I've never seen, you know, it's that game mechanic where you're hanging onto the ledge, you got to jump up to the next ledge, you jump to the next ledge, and then, you know, roll over to the left a little bit, and then jump up to the next ledge. I mean, games have been doing this for fucking ever, and I can't understand how they messed it up so bad in here.
I know, they make you move so quickly. It's like, oh, goddamn, I'm like a spider monkey.
I think it's because they were using the Havoc physics engine, but they used it. I mean, like, there were plenty of times where I'm just trying to jump into the next ledge, and suddenly I'm standing on the edge of nothing, and then fall off the level, and it's just like, oh, you got to start over. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Fuck you, game. Like,
the customization for the powers, that whole menu interface is a mess. And then when you do activate the powers, I'll sit there square X or whatever, trying to get it to work, and it'll do it like 1 out of every 4 times, And so it's like, not only is your customization in that menu, it takes a while for you to decipher exactly what you have to do and to like equip everything and all that. I would activate stuff or thought I did. And then it's like, why isn't that power working? Why do I still have my stinky cloud going? I want the electricity hands. But yeah, it was like, not only is the customization a muddled mess, but then when you're using it, the controls are all jacked up too. It's like I can only get certain moves to happen. It's like, I was just doing that. That's what I was just doing. I was pressing XXY, and it did one thing, but then I did it again, and then it did something completely different.
And I will say this, that there's one thing that this game does that people write into the email show and they ask us about what pisses us off in games. Well, I found it at this game.
Bad voice acting?
It is the inability to skip long, stupid dialogue, because you have to talk to, they're like, oh, you play an X-Men game. You love the X-Men. You want to talk to every X-Man. It's like, fuck no, especially in a game that seems like it's trying to encourage you to play through the game more than once to see the different outcomes, which there aren't any. But, so then I'm listening to Cyclops for the 6th time, and then I'm trying to just get out of this and say, fuck you later, and then accidentally pick the choice right before it. It's like, what do you think about cheese, Cyclops? And so he starts rolling off for 10 minutes about cheese while I'm hitting every button on the entire controller trying to just let me go past it.
Yeah, and most of it isn't animated. It's just, screenshots of their face, and then it just has this dialogue, so nothing's happening. You're just listening to it, like staring at the screen going, this is boring. Like, I just want to go on, and I can't because I got to deal with this.
And most of them say variations of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like retelling you what's going on over and over. And then they give you a little bit of a tidbit about their personality. And sometimes it's accurate to the comic book. And then sometimes it's like a completely bastardized version. Like Nightcrawler was all urban Rastafarian now.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. He had the beads on his tail.
I know. He had like his tail looked like fucking Mardi Gras or something. And the voice acting along with that, more often than not, was terrible.
Yeah, and it didn't.
Colossus. Oh God,
it did, and it obviously it did not help that the graphics engine in this game just sucks. I don't know what the hell they're using, like Unreal Engine 2 Broken Edition or something, but like the characters' faces are wooden and stiff, and everything just looks like it was a PlayStation 2 game.
It does. Yeah.
Awful.
It looks like a game that's like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah. The camera's bad. You're often, it's got that crap where you're like in an area, like in the very beginning where that bus is kind of going up. I'm trying to go over there. I'm trying to go up that bus that was like in the rubble, and I can't. And I'm like realizing, apparently I just have to like just beat on people until it tells me I can go there, and then it blinks or it lights up or whatever. And it's like, now you can go over here or whatever. And it's like, yeah, no shit. I was trying to go there earlier. It's like, it just holds you there where you just keep beating guys up. And it says something like, Quicksilver comes by or something. And I'm like, all I see is rocks because the camera's not showing me whatever I'm supposed to look at, and I'm just punching guys in the face as they come out of the tunnel. It's just a bad game.
And sometimes when you'll fight them, they'll like fall halfway through the sidewalk or something. And I'm like, oh man, I beat his ass into the ground literally. Like, and then he like disappears or something. And it's so many weird, collision problems and stuff like that. And the AI of the enemies, they're so dumb. They're so goddamn stupid. It's like swarm, die, swarm, die. And like when you're fighting Gambit, he like jumps on you and you fight him for a minute. And after you get him down to a certain point, he jumps up onto this rooftop, says a few witty quips, and then jumps back down and does the same thing over again. And then jumps back up on the rooftop, says something, and then jumps back down. I just want to stop and go, seriously, why are you doing that? Are we going to fight?
At least with Gambit, he was making witty quips. So you fight Wolverine, he does the same thing, but just jumps up and growls, and then jumps back down on the ground. Just
yeah. I wish they would give the license back to Raven.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, that's the weird thing about this is that I mean, you could say that Silicon Knights is doing this as just a quick cash grab, but God, it just doesn't seem like it's going to make any money. I mean, I don't know that, like Nick said, I haven't seen very much marketing for this anywhere, and so I don't know who's going to be. I don't know, comic people. And is this in comic books? Is this every other page? They have an ad for X-Men Destiny? Is it being marketed heavily in comic book stores? Jason, Kevin,
No.
anything? No?
No, not at all. In fact, I don't remember. I'm pretty blind to ads, but I don't remember seeing ads for this in the Marvel comics this week. I'll have to go back and double check. I could be completely wrong because I don't usually notice that. But what a way to capitalize on the DVD release of X-Men First Class and its success, you know? Like, way to go,
Well,
guys.
I mean, is there anything positive that you guys can say about this game?
It's short and it's over quick.
Hey, I recognize that guy. I don't want to talk to him right now. It's like meeting a celebrity that you recognize and you wanted to say hi to him, and then you realize he won't shut the fuck up and let you go about your day.
So you're saying
That's what
you're
this
saying it's
game
like meeting Dane Cook in real life.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah. Okay, so all in all, what do you say? Some old bullshit?
Some old bullshit.
Some old bullshit?
Yeah, some old bullshit.
Yeah, I think so too. I wouldn't go as far as to say that. I mean, I will say that there is a certain amount of fun that could be gained from, sometimes when the game just sends 100 guys at you and you're just beating the crap out of them. You get that Dynasty Warriors thing where you're like, these guys pose no threat to me whatsoever, but God, I love beating the shit out of them. So, all right, well, some old bullshit it is. I'll tell you what, though, the other thing this game did that pissed me off more than anything else is they build up this Bastion guy all the way to the end of the game. And the last boss is just a palette-swapped version of the first boss with a different head on him.
You're kidding me.
Absolutely not. You fight Cameron Hodge in the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
At the very end of the game, you fight a purple version of that same mech suit with somebody else's face plastered onto the front, who has a few more powers that don't really matter because your health is so high at that point that fuck you.
That's some amateur bullshit. That's like they got my brother's kids to program this damn game. What the hell?